Shalom, Cosmic Family. The Cosmic Professor is channeling live from the cosmos, and today we're here to talk about the Cancer fourth house, okay, and what it rules and what it's all about. Okay, so welcome to my 12th house series. If you're new, you can like and subscribe if you enjoy this video and you find it helpful. In my last video, we talked about the Gemini third house, right? And what Gemini ruling the mind, communication, and our style of learning and perceiving reality. So now we move to the fourth house, which is all about our roots, home, family, and where we are attached to. Okay, so let us get into this video without any further ado. Now, Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. The moon is really the most mysterious planet or celestial body that is in our solar system closest to us right now. Every planet, of course, has moons, and in general, they seem to have this level of mystery shrouding them, right? But our moon has been the most debated celestial body to date. Now, we don't know how it came into being, and I think it paints the picture well of Cancer energy, right? Because it sits on the bottom of the chart, right? And it is literally the most private part of our life, right? It's like when you say you're in school or you're at work and you're social with everyone. When you go home and you close those doors, no one knows what goes on behind those doors. That is Cancer. That is the fourth house, okay? And so it rules family, right? It rules our roots, and that talks about patterns that may go on in your family, right? What customs and practices do your family practice? Are they highly religious people, right? Did you grow up in a really strict home? Did you have a really strict mom? Because Cancer rules the mother, right? Our mother and our relationship with our mother. Okay, so it talks about a bit about how we grew up. Okay, and normally how we grow up, we form attachments to a lot of the beliefs and practices that were taught to us, okay? And so on a very subconscious and deep level, these things follow us throughout our lifetime. And so when you meet someone, right, and this person behaves a certain kind of way, you don't know too much about them. And that's because we don't know how they grew up, right? We don't know how they got to that position or that place that they are in today, right? And that's kind of what the fourth house speaks about. It shows how we've become, like what has kind of molded us, okay? What has had influence on us, right? So these things aren't just family attachments, but they're also emotional attachments, because we find security home, right? It makes us feel safe. These are things that makes us feel comfortable. So when we go other places, that's what we look for. And if we can't find it there on a really personal level, it makes us feel uncomfortable. It makes us feel unsafe. And we try to protect ourselves by finding those coping mechanisms, right? Again, so that's also what the fourth house talks about. It talks about our development, right? And kind of what we need, or what suits us best to help us develop as a person, as a being. Do you need a much more slow-paced, calm, chill environment to kind of help you feel safe and comfortable, so that way you can open up to growing? Or do you need a much more strict environment where you lack in a kind of strict environment growing up? Or do you need someone who are you someone that constantly needs to be learning and exploring? Do you need a bit of freedom? What kind of environment do you need in order for you to best thrive, right? That's what the fourth house is about, okay? And so it will all, again, tie into our roots, right? Imagine a tree and a tree growing from the roots, right? It's not something that you can kind of physically see in your eyes. It's more of an emotional energy. Cancer again is ruled by the moon, which rules water, right? It's a water sign, so it's more emotional, subconscious, and it's something that we just can't put our finger on, but it's present in our life, right? And Cancer also too, it rules our physical home. Okay, so any like trends that you have going on with maybe a fourth house placement, something can be going on with your home. You can be relocating, right? It also talks about our physical home. Okay, so that's something you can look for when you're trying to look into your fourth house placement. Okay, because it'll talk about all of that, right? And so, what else? Yeah, I think I cover everything so far. I don't even think I need to like stretch this video to wazoo, because to be honest, it's pretty simple. Though I know you can get a lot deeper, like the fourth house can also rule innate gifts and abilities. I believe, in my personal opinion, maybe you were born with. Okay, you can also talk about how you came into this world. Were you born a miracle birth? You can talk about your relationship with your siblings, right? Are you close to your family? Are you distant from your family? Talks about all those things, so it can get really, really detailed, personal, and private depending on the placements, depending on the sign that rules the house, of course, and then the planets that you have in there, what sign they're in, how they're aspecting each other, and the rest of your chart. And then, of course, if you want to see a little bit of what's going on now in your personal life, you would see how the transiting placements, right? The placements that are collective, how they are aspecting your own personal chart, and it'll tell you what you're going through in that area of your life right now. So it gets really detailed, but I try to basically cover what I believe is like center front about the fourth house, so that way getting into your own chart and into the chart of others, you know what to look for. Okay, so that is my take on the fourth house, and I will see you guys next week, Monday, for the weekly update. Thank you guys for tuning in. Take care. Peace.